If you're looking for the best scope for 308 rifles, here's a list you must see. We made this list based on our personal preference and sorted it based on the features, prices, quality, durability, and reputation of the manufacturers and customer feedback. Also, we've included options for every type of customer. So let's get started. At the first position of our list, we have CVLIFE Hunting Rifle Scope. This is a good long-range option with a magnification range of 6/24, which should be powerful enough to take it out as far as 1,000 yards. It's a popular scope that comes with reticle illumination and an adjustable objective for parallax. This scope is designed with a long range in mind. The adjustment clicks on the windage and elevation turrets are 1/8 MOA, which is even more precise than the 1/4 MOA that most scopes have. The 50 mm objective lens diameter lets in plenty of light and keeps the exit pupil as large as possible throughout the range. The reticle has a rangefinder that can help you estimate distance and holdovers at long ranges. The reticle has a second focal plane, so you'll have to be all the way to 24 to take full advantage of it. The rings that come with this scope are designed to allow you to keep your iron sights as a backup, but the objective is so big that it still blocks your vision anyway, so it's recommended to purchase rings separately for the 1-inch tube. We believe this is the best scope for 308 bolt-action rifles for the money available this year. Moving on to the next at number 2 with Monstrum G2 FFP Rifle Scope. The Monstrum isn't the cheapest on this list, but it's not the most expensive either. The G2 is a 1/24 first focal plane scope. Yes, you read that correctly, it's a first focal plane with 1/4 magnification at a low price point. Confused? It actually comes together really well. The BDC reticle comes in either MOA or mil dot, so it's not calibrated specifically for 308, but it's also still functional for different loads. So why the first focal plane? Monstrum most likely had 3-gun competitions in mind when they designed the scope because some divisions don't allow magnification on the rifle portion, so having a scope that has an accurate BDC at 1 can be handy. But at the same time, you still want it to be accurate at force. This scope even has parallax adjustment via an adjustable objective and 0 resettable turrets. If you're wanting to take advantage of the roughly 800-yard effective range of the 308 Winchester, the Monstrum probably won't do it for you. But if you're sticking to 200 yards and below, it's remarkably flexible. The number 3 position is held by BARSKA Varmint mil-dot Riflescope. The BARSKA has a force 16x magnification, which puts it right in the range of a workhorse, particularly for hunting predators or pest control around the farm. You won't always be using a 308 for that, so the BARSKA is also designed to handle the reverse recoil that comes from airguns, which are commonly used for those types of situations. You probably won't be switching which rifle the scope is on very often since you have to re-zero every time, but it can live on your 308 for a while and do a great job, then transfer over to your air rifle for as long as you want. The BARSKA does come in different flavors with different magnification ranges and reticle options, and they are all remarkably affordable. The reticle is basic, does not have illumination, and is on the second focal plane, but you can adjust for parallax and the windage and elevation turrets are high profile, which could be a good or a bad thing depending on your situation. Next at number 4 we have Athlon Optics Argos BTR Riflescope. The Argos BTR has the same magnification range as the CVLIFE at 6/24, but it has a number of things that the CVLIFE does not. Most importantly, its first focal plane, which means you can use the Athlon reticle effectively anywhere between 6/24. This makes the scope a lot more versatile for precision shooting at distances closer than around 800 yards. Once you learn to use it, the Athlon reticle is also more effective at helping you estimate holdovers and wind holds. The BTR is also argon purged instead of nitrogen purged for even better waterproofing and fog-proofing. The scope is constructed from aircraft-grade aluminum and the lenses are fully multi-coated. It's more expensive than the CVLIFE, but still much more affordable than many of the premium brands. You get a side focus knob for adjusting parallax and an illuminated reticle. It will work great for hunting, but most of its features are designed for long-range precision shooting. The number 5 position is held by Leupold VX3 Riflescope. The Leupold VX3 does a lot of things right and is a great scope overall, but where it absolutely takes the cake is image quality. If brightness, sharpness, clarity, and vibrant colors are the most important to you, then the Leupold should be at the top of your list. That said, it lacks a lot of the nice features that increase the usability of a scope and puts a lot more of the burden on the shooter's shoulders. You don't get a first focal plane or any useful information on the bare-bones duplex reticle, you don't get parallax adjustment, and you don't get an illuminated reticle. Granted, since the reticle is just a duplex, there is no functional difference between a first and second focal plane. Leupold has hunters more in mind here than LRP shooters. What you do get is Leupold's incredible light transmission and overall image quality, along with their Zero-Lock CDS-ZL turrets. These are custom dials that don't adjust a standard amount, they are calibrated to the exact load you'll be shooting with. This makes adjustments on the fly much faster and more accurate. The number 6 position is dominated by AT3 12x44 3rd scope. There are a few things that make this scope the best scope for 308 overall. First, it's got the right magnification range from 3x 12x. This can take you reasonably well out to 600 yards and still open up wide enough to use at close range. The AUG also has good image clarity, light transmission, and it's built on AUG's true strength platform, which keeps the fragile glass elements safe even during heavy recoil. Its O-ring is sealed to be rainproof, nitrogen purged to be fog-proof, and built to be shot-proof. The mil-dot reticle is basic but serviceable. It's got a second focal plane, which means if you want to adjust for bullet drop using a reticle, you'll either need to be at 12x or learn what distances the dots cover at different magnifications for your cartridge. It comes with parallax adjustment and reticle illumination in 36 different colors, which makes it ready for just about any hunting or target shooting scenario you may come up against. Moving on to the next at number 7 with Simmons Whitetail Riflescope. The Simmons Whitetail line is known for doing everything, but only decently. They don't have a lot of features, no reticle illumination, no parallax adjustment, and no BDC or rangefinder on the reticle. That said, they have good image clarity for the price point, and in that regard, you could consider them a budget Leupold. For scopes that are less than $100, it's hard to beat the light transmission and clarity of the Simmons. You can get different versions of the Simmons all the way from 1x, 4x to 6, 24s. Our recommendation is for the 2x, 7x, since it gives you enough magnification to get to some longer distance, but not so far that you start to experience a massive dip in the image brightness. The reticle is a basic duplex, with thicker lines until it gets closer to center, at which point they quickly taper to thinner lines to make aiming easier. The number 8 position is held by Burris Ballistic Plex Hunting Riflescope. Scout rifles are light, powerful, and versatile. They are designed to be slung over a shoulder or mounted on a truck or four-wheeler and taken out as one of the tools you use on a daily basis. The design of Scout rifles also requires that the scope be forward-mounted, which means you need much longer eye relief for the scope to be functional. This is the vision behind this Burris scope. Eye relief is between 9.2 to 12 inches depending on the magnification. You can shoot with both eyes open, and the low-profile turrets are great for stopping the scope from catching on things. This scope is light and short, so it doesn't add much to the weight of the rifle, and the 2x, 7x magnification gives all the flexibility that you may want out of your Scout rifle. If you don't have and aren't getting a Scout rifle, then this scope is not something you should consider, as the eye relief will be far too long to shoot comfortably on a standard rifle. Next at number 9 we have TRU-BRITE Tactical Riflescope. The TRUGLO has a basic 3x, 9x magnification range, which is good and flexible, but its image quality certainly lags behind many of the other options on this list. However, the reticle illumination is bright and powerful. If you are going to be doing a lot of low-light shooting at the lower end of the magnification range, then this could be a good choice. The issue with that, though, is that the brightness doesn't hold up very well at 6 and above. The objective lens is nice and big, but the coating on the lenses leaves a lot to be desired, and if you're shooting in low light you most likely won't be able to see very well at the higher magnification. If you're doing short range in low light, then this is a good choice. Otherwise, you may want to look at one of the other options. Finally, the number 10 position is dominated by Vortex Crossfire 2 624 System Riflescope. The Vortex Crossfire 2 is another affordable optic that is perfect for 308 calibers. It is a rock-solid longer-range optic that could fit any number of 308 caliber rifles. This includes semi-auto rifles, bolt-action, single shots, and whatever other 308 you need an affordable long-range optic on. When hunting, it can be hard to dial in elevation adjustments, so most shooters are left to gas. This BDC takes the effort out of that guesswork and ensures accurate and precise shots at various ranges. The Crossfire 2 gives you a very nice eye relief that will allow you to deal with the harsher recoil of the 308. It also has a fast focus eyepiece, fully multi-coated lenses, and resettable MOA turrets. Vortex is a fantastic company and the Crossfire 2 is one of the best affordable optics on the market. That's all for today. We upload outdoor product review videos every single day. So, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon for the upcoming video notification.